When you think about emerging trends in the field of leadership development, there are so many. But I'd like to cite two emerging trends that particularly fascinate and excite me. One is this notion of the generational differences in the workplace and the fact that we have four generations working side by side and the challenges that that represents. Now, one could argue, well, that's a gross stereotypical context. I would argue that, yes, humans are humans and people are people and everyone is unique. However, what we do understand is that each generation has grown up with a set of beliefs and experiences that kind of shape how they see the world, how they see technology. And so one of the things that I think is going to continue to become forefront is how to work with generations who are different than each other, how to bring the best that each generation offers into the workplace, and how to begin to truly collaborate from that diversity of perspective and opinion. So bringing some of the research that I've done with clients over the years and helping to educate and train and to allow the generations to communicate and dialogue with each other is something that's going to continue to speed up and hasten because of this changing nature of leadership and the younger generations coming on board. So I'm very excited to continue that work. Another trend that I think is particularly important and is fascinating to me is the notion of performance management systems and changing the fundamental way that we are evaluating performance. The systems that many of us grew up in are 25, 30 years old, and they, quite honestly, have outlived their purpose. Many of the big companies today, from Microsoft to Adobe to the Gap, have all decided that the administrative burden is humongous for the current performance management systems. No one likes them. The neuroscience says they're not effective. And so companies are now starting to eliminate the performance review systems that we have come to know and are embedded in many of our organizational systems today. The curiosity is, what are they going to replace those systems with? Because there's no one answer. And so what we're studying is a lot of methodologies and solutions around how managers and employees engage and interact in the full life cycle of an employee, from the hiring and recruiting process to the way that they're onboarded, the total employee experience in learning and developing new skills, connecting the work that they do to the direction of the company, what happens when they're in their zone and maximizing their contributions, and then how do managers and employees have conversations when an employee starts to get restless and needs new challenges and opportunities. So the whole engagement through the employee life cycle, coupled with performance management systems, suggests some very disruptive changes in the workplace that are forthcoming, and we want to be able to provide solutions and tools to allow managers and employees to have greater, more frequent conversations, engage with their employees on an ongoing basis, and basically eliminating the entire notion of performance feedback as we know it. So those are two emerging trends that I think are going to be fascinating and critical in the next 5 to 10 years.